Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. So on today's video we're going to learn how to cut and sew this sleeve placket. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get right into the video. So to start off, I have the fabric for my sleeve on fold, and as you can see it is doubled because we're going to cut both sleeves together at once. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the length of the sleeve. So the length I'm working with is 23.5 inches, and then the remaining 3 inches is going to serve as our placket area. So I hope you understand. So what we're going to have for the main part of the sleeve is 23.5 inches. Now marking my armhole measurement divided by 2 at this top part here. From that point we marked out, we're going to come down from there by 4 inches, and then we're going to mark that out as well. Next we're going to divide what we have here into 2, and then we're going to mark the midpoint. So we want to know the midpoint, and then we're going to mark that midpoint we divided there. So from that point we just marked out, we want to go ahead to go down from that point by 2 inches. So this is going to serve as a guide for us to create our sleeve curve, the cap area of our sleeve. So I hope you understand. So I'm just tracing that out now, following the marks I just made. Next I'm going to mark the opening of my sleeve. For me, I want this to be a bit oversized, so I'm going to mark 7.5 inches, and then I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance just for ease and for the sewing allowance as well. Then for the bottom part we're going to have 5.5 inches at that point, and then I'm going to add half inch seam allowance. The 5.5 inches we're going to factor in the pleat because we're going to pleat a section of the placket, so that is why I'm adding that for ease as well. Next I'm going to go ahead to rule them to meet each other. The lines we just created, I'm going to rule them to meet each other, after which I'm going to cut it out. So these are the fabrics we're going to use for the placket, and I'm going ahead to iron them out. So for the first piece, this one, I have it to be 11.5 inches by 4 inches, and it is on fold. As you can see, I made it 4 inches, so when we are done sewing it's going to end up as 3 inches. So I hope you understand. Next, this piece here, I have it to be 3 inches wide and 17 inches long. So you can see that we have it to be 3 inches, but I folded it into 3, so it's going to be 1 inch wide. So I hope you understand as well. Next we have this piece here. I have it to be 1.5 inches wide and then 16 inches long, and then I folded it and ironed it down the way you would iron your bias tape. So this is what we are going to work with for the placket. Now we're going to move on to start attaching everything. Now to start off, we're going to start off with this piece. I'm going to hold it together and then make sure everything is aligning properly, and I'm going to create a slant at the bottom part here just to create this button down shirt effect. So you're just going to watch and understand what I'm doing here. I'm going to trim this part out slanted in no particular order, and that is what we have. You can see what it's looking like already. I'm doing the same thing for the opposite side as well. Next I'm going to bring in my cloth gum. That's what it's called. I went ahead to cut this out following the shape of the fabric we already have, and then we're going to iron this down on our fabric. So I'm going to place this down on the wrong side. Make sure you're going to iron this on the wrong side of your fabric. So I'm going to iron this down on the wrong side of my fabric, but I'm going to use my hemming gum to do this because it is going to be a bit difficult for you to make sure that it stays attached to the fabric very well. So I'm going to use my hemming gum and then secure this in place for both of them before we go ahead to continue. So I've gone ahead to do so, and this is what we have. So to sew this, we're going to go ahead to fold this right sides facing each other, and then we're going to stitch this along the sides, following these points all the way up. But you're not going to end it at the top, you're going to end it where we have our cloth gum, which is at that 3 inches point, so you do not get to the 4 inches area. So I'm going to do the same thing for the opposite side as well, and then we're going to trim off the excess we have and then flip it over to the other side and give it a good press. After doing so, this is what we have. I'm going to trim out the excess, like I said, press everything out nicely. After doing so, this is what we have. I'm going to set this aside so we can work on the other pieces. Now for this piece, we want to go ahead to iron it out and create the shape we want to work with. So to do so, I'm opening up this part as you can see, and on both sides I'm going to cut this piece out slantedly. I hope you can see that. I'm going to do the same thing for the opposite side and just cut it out as well. Next, what we want to do is we want to go ahead to fold it down to create sort of like a triangle shape. So I'm going to fold this part in and then fold this part in. So to secure it in place, we're going to go ahead to use our hemming gum to just iron it down. So watch closely so you understand better what I am doing and how I'm able to iron down the fabric piece. So I'm placing the hemming gum and I'm going to fold it in and iron, and then after doing so, we're going to fold the opposite side again to create that shape like this and then iron it down. When you're done, you should have something that looks like this. We're going to do the same thing for the opposite side now, and then we're going to cut out what we need. So I'm going to work with 6 inches for each side. So I'm just going to cut out 6.5 inches as you can see. So I'm going to iron out the opposite side and then cut out what I need as well. We're going to leave this one as it is, and then we want to go ahead to work on our sleeve so we can start sewing. So while filming this part, I did not realize the camera wasn't in frame, so I did not catch any part of me cutting this out. So I'm going to explain it to you now how I was able to achieve this. So the first thing I did was I went ahead to mark the midpoint of the sleeve, after which I used my round sleeve measurement divided by 2 to mark at this point. So I'm just going to explain it carefully so you understand. So after marking the midpoint, I went ahead to mark my round sleeve measurement, which is 4.5 inches, and I added the pleating allowance as well, and we went ahead to mark it out. So when we marked it out, what I had was at this area before adding my pleating allowance, sorry. So when I added my pleating allowance, what I had left was at this point. It is not quite visible, but I hope you understand what I'm explaining. After marking out that point, this is what we had about 5.5 inches. So I'm going to divide that into 2 equal parts, and that is going to be where the placket is going to sit. So from the midpoint we created, we're going to mark that point, which is going to give us the area we're going to slit, as you can see. So I hope you understand. So from that point, I went up by 4 inches and I went ahead to mark it out. So after marking it out, I went ahead to slit it open, and that is how we got this part here. So I hope you understand. If you do not understand or you're confused about anything, you can watch it again and leave your comments in the comment section below. And at this point here, I went ahead to notch it open, as you can see. Now we want to go ahead to start sewing. So I'm bringing in the first piece and we're going to flip this over so we have a better view to sew this. So we're going to stitch on this part. I'm going to place this part we've gone ahead to iron at this point. So you just want to make sure you place the part that is overlapping on the wrong side and the part on top here on the right side. So it's going to be sort of like the way you top stitch on your pant waistband. So I hope you understand. Now I'm just holding this together to sew. do not forget that we went ahead to create a notch at that top part I showed you earlier. So we are going to go ahead now to stitch this all the way to the top part, which is that point here. You can see that the notch we created here makes it very easy for us to sew this better. So I'm just holding everything out now to start sewing. You can see that the notch wasn't enough, so I had to go back again with my scissors to create a better notch at that point. Next, we're bringing in the second piece, which is this one, to start sewing. I'm going to flip over our sleeve to the wrong side, and then we're going to stitch this down. So I'm going to align this and open this up. That point where we went ahead to iron down, we're going to open it up so that we can sew this with ease. So I'm placing it at this point here, and we're going to start sewing. Remember that the pointy part we went ahead to iron out is going to face the top part of our sleeve. So I'm going to stitch this all the way to where our 4 inches stops. After doing so, I'm creating another notch at this point here, just so everything relaxes better and we're able to flip this over to the right side better as well. So after doing so, I'm going to flip this over now to the right side, as you can see, and then we're going to top stitch on this part where we just sewed. Now after doing so, we're going to bring this out. So that pointy area that was at the wrong side, we're bringing it back to the right side, and this is what we have. After doing so, I'm just making sure everything is aligned properly so I can top stitch this to secure it in place down on our sleeve. Now I'm going to flip this over like this, and then we're just going to start stitching this down to our sleeve. So you want to watch closely. I'm just going to stitch this following the shape, that pointy shape we have there. We're just going to follow it, so just watch closely at what I do. So once we get to this point, you're just going to take this inwards like this at the point where our slits is going to stop, and then just stitch it like this. You can see what I just did there, so you just want to do so when you're making yours, after which this is what it looks like. Now we want to go ahead to press this down to add the final piece to the sleeve. Now following our measurement, we want to go ahead to close up the sleeve so that we can add this piece as well. So I'm just going to mark my measurements following the allowance I left out, and we're going to close it up, and then we're going to start fixing the final piece. Now before we go ahead to add that, we want to go ahead to fold the allowance we have on the side of our sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead to fold it in like this. You're just folding in the excess we have there, so you're going to fold it in like this, and then we're going to top stitch on it to cover up that part, just so we do not have any rough edges at the sleeve area. So I'm going to do this all the way to about 3 inches allowance, and then after fixing the final piece, we're going to go ahead to fold in the remaining part all the way to the armhole area. So I'm starting off by folding this. So after closing this up slightly, this is what it's looking like. So we want to go ahead to finish up the bottom part so we can continue folding in the rough edges of our sleeves. Now before we attach this, on this part here, I'm going to trim this out so we have just ½ inch seam allowance at that point. Now to attach this, we're going to go ahead to attach it from the opposite side, which is this point here. So I'm going to bring in that bottom piece, and then we're going to use that ½ inch part we just trimmed out, the ½ inch area. We're going to start stitching this from that point. So when we get to that point where we notched at the midpoint of our sleeve, we're going to pleat this at that point. So you can see the direction my pleat is going. So I'm pleating this, and then we're going to continue stitching this all the way to the other side. Now after sewing that part, we want to go ahead to fold in this part here to just cover up this part we've sewn. So I'm going to fold this in by ½ inch like this, and then we're going to top stitch on it. So I'm just going to place this on the sewing machine so we can start sewing from the opposite side. You can do this from the wrong side, or you can do this from the right side. So I'm going to sew that now, and what we are trying to do is we want to go ahead to stitch this down so that we cover up the rough areas we've just sewn. And I'm going to go ahead to sew mine from this right side here, just so when I'm stitching this down, I'm stitching this in between the joining we have there, so my stitch lines are not visible on the right side the way you would normally join your trouser waistband, sort of. That is what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just going to go ahead to stitch this all the way to the opposite side. After doing so, this is what we have. You can see what the wrong side and the right side is looking like, especially the right side. The stitch line is not visible on the right side. So I'm just flipping this over so you see everything very well. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead to attach this to our shirt, and then finish up. After attaching this to our shirt, we're going to finish up the inner part we went ahead to fold. So this is what it looks like after I went ahead to press everything down. This is what you want to have when you're done. Now, like I said, we're going to attach it to the shirt and then finish up that part, and we are done. On the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cut and sew the shirt for this sleeve. If you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.